Okay, so since the last video, we redid everything, and I was trying to make my score with Gosh the same, where it was 2 wins and 0 losses, and I found a gold sword, so I was like, well, why don't we use the gold sword now? And it was actually worse than the iron sword, but I don't like rustable weapons. And I was only level 1 when I encountered Gosh, so I actually lost against Gosh, so now I have 1 win and 1 loss, and we were debating on reloading, and you know what, I just don't care. But,
remember, winning's not everything.
yes.
Well, except in games, because, you know, the game is all about winning.
Ooh, a crystal.
Ooh, a crystal, yes.
Ooh, a crystal!
But, Caesar just leveled to level 4, so hopefully we'll do a little... Oh!
Yes!
Yes!
Wins the crystal!
Whoa.
And Caesar just died!
Wow.
He did do a lot of fights just now, so we'll bring out Muffin.
Do you know
The Muffin Man?
Bad thing was, after saying wind like I said it, now I'm thinking like, okay, what's the order? Is it earth, wind, water, fire, heart?
Heart!
But is that the order? It's earth, wind,
I don't
water,
remember.
fire? Or what's the order?
I don't remember.
Together they form boron.
They form the stronger 5th element. Boron.
I feel like really bad if they're like, by your powers combined, I'm Zordon. Now, summon the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I cannot believe that show is still on TV.
Power Rangers?
Yes. That was on, I think, when I was in elementary school.
Oh, it was on when, yeah, it was definitely on when I was in elementary school. But the bad thing is, like, one of my housemates 2 years ago is writing, like, a college-level essay about the Power Rangers. Like, he was actually studying them as part of his classroom activities.
That's funny.
Like, he was, like, rewatching, like, I mean, granted he chose the topic from, like, a pool of topics or something, but, like, he was already interested in Power Rangers, so he just decided to, like, watch 2 or 3 seasons of it again. And, like, compare it, like, seriously, like, critique and, like, compare against previous seasons.
Just real quick, that trap back there that I stepped over, I know it was a go-up trap, but I prefer to use elevators. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm done at this point.
I just
But
want to
he
make sure
was,
that nobody knows.
he was,
that-
like, huh?
I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I, you know, wasn't being stupid about that one.
You're never being stupid about anything.
I wasted half a day arguing with people about the word series versus series.
Series is not a word.
I wasn't really upset about the words, like the pluralization of series. I was more frustrated in the fact that we can't seem to make up our freaking minds at work. Anyways. It was kind of a long day where it was like... I submitted like a French translation for a whole bunch of stuff in August. And I just got asked about it today, and they're like, why hasn't this page been translated into French? And I'm like, I don't know, I submitted for French translations in August. I don't know why I still don't have them. So, what is he doing? Am I like standing somewhere funny? Fine, we'll just go up a floor. Actually, we'll kill him first.
You didn't want to take the goose.
But yeah, unfortunately I am not fluent in French, so I was unable to translate this stuff, so I was like, I don't know. So I gave it to my boss, and I'm like, find someone else to translate this stuff and stop asking me about it. I can count in French. I can say...
Oui.
I can say, I'm not gonna try pronouncing any of it, but I can read the words for like, okay, cancel, delete, you know, common web things,
Gutenwagen.
close. I know a whole bunch of car terms. And what was another one? Oh yeah, I learned how to count really well in French though, because I had to write a function to translate a number into like words, like the actual like writing out the words 1,000 something, and I was like, yeah, French is hard. Why can't we pick an easy language like Japanese?
I was gonna say, what was it I did? I was on a message board on the wiki, and I wrote a template that would translate a series of digits into the words for it and whatnot. But it was just like ridiculous what I had to go through because of how little I was offered by the actual wiki. It was like, by the time it was all said and done, I had to copy paste like loads and loads of code. Because there's just no way to like do includes and stuff, and it was like basically maxing out the amount of code that was allowed to be included on a page for that particular wiki system. It was like, you're including like 300 kilobytes of code, and all it was like it could take like a 6-digit number and turn it into a word.
Oh gosh.
That's like all it did. It was really embarrassing how large it needed to be.
Let's do this circle. This looks like fun.
Ooh, loop-de-loop.
This looks familiar, but it's not the same place as we were.
I guess changing subjects back to Let's Play, I've actually had a lot of people, since we've been so busy with a lot of other stuff in life and we kind of backed off on the Let's Plays, I know we're probably going to pick back up on it, but we've had a lot of people asking, like if we're going to do games like Suikoden and Monster Rancher, and so I'm just going to answer that now. As far as Monster Rancher goes, I think pretty much everyone's figured out that I don't plan to do Monster Rancher 2.
Aw, shucks.
And I'm still standing by that currently. However, I've actually seriously considered doing Monster Rancher 4. I don't think it's going to be the next one we do. I'm not sure. I have no idea what the next one is. Ooh, an egg. But I don't really see a reason not to do Monster Rancher 4. Most everyone that's asked for it seems okay with the fact that I might not beat SCAP, but as long as I try, I guess that's enough. I think most by this point, I think everyone's realized I'm not a very serious player. They just want to watch me play these games and get weirdo commentary. So I'm gonna put Monster Rancher 4 on the list. Like I said, I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's gonna go on the list. As far as Suikoden 3 goes, we've had discussions if we're gonna do 3 next or if we're gonna do 4. There's a lot of reasons why. Mostly because I didn't like 3.
Complexity issues?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of complexity issues. It would be a horribly long Let's Play, and it would be something we'd have to seriously sit down and plan out. And it's kind of a large endeavor, and Icon's actually, you've never played it, so...
Yeah, before we did either of those, I'd have to play them
Yeah,
first,
he
because
wants
those
to
are
play
games
them.
that I actually want to play for myself before I go and Let's Play them. I don't want to have
so that means I'd have to play the game almost back to back by that point. And
yeah.
I don't mind doing that for Suikoden 4, but I'm not sure I can do it for Suikoden 3. So we haven't actually figured out the plan for that.
Yeah, we were going to start on Suikoden 3 before the new year, and instead we ended up starting on a different RPG.
Did you actually plan to finish it?
What, the other one we started?
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point. I just haven't sat down with, like, we've been busy, and then my friend's been busy, and so we haven't had a chance to sit down with it. But
oh, I thought you were just gonna start it and that was it.
no, I'm not blowing that off. When I play a game, I actually intend to play the game.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna do that first, and then we'll get this weekend. But
yeah, so we were playing a different RPG that some of you guys may have heard of, but that's a topic for a different day. So
yeah. So, anyways, we haven't forgotten about them. I just don't know what my next game is going to be, because I know back in the vote video I actually had votes for whatever we had played, and then I can't even remember. Was it Monster Rancher 3 that people voted for?
I think so.
And then Azure Dreams had the next amount of votes, and then tied with Azure Dreams was actually Jade Cocoon. So I don't know if that's going to be the next one, since technically that one had votes, but... Oh, thank you, Helper. Keeps pointing out that I only had 9 health.
Well, I was going to say, I think Monster Rancher 2 wasn't even on the list, and it had more votes than Jade Cocoon.
Yeah, that's true.
But... Well, I was going to say, if we do Jade Cocoon, it's probably going to be you and Helper doing that one, since that's more your guys' game.
Yeah, but that gives us time to catch up on other games while we're Let's Playing Jade Cocoon.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, if we're going to do Suikoden and stuff, then I need to play through those first, since... I don't know, I'm just the type that likes to play my game first before I see other people play it, so...
Yeah. And, yeah, we were debating on whether or not we would give him the controller and let him play for the first time and record it, and then I was really hesitant about that, because unfortunately Suikoden 3 is not a game where... In fact, I'm not sure I know anyone who's able to find everything their first try on Suikoden 3.
Yeah, plus, I don't know, I mean, the way I play games can be very frustrating to watch for a lot of people, so... I tend to try and avoid recording it when possible. I mean, Full Throttle was nice to play through, but that's, it's a story, and
It was an
It was
easy
pretty
one.
clear where the objectives were and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were doing like an RPG the first... And why were you guys laughing so much just then?
I was just thinking of my playing style.
Oh, well, yeah, you're even worse about it than I am.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh my goodness, I still remember when you first started playing Shadow of the Colossus, and all
Don't
you
ever
did...
watch Helper
I watched
play
you
a
play, and
game.
it was just like 2 hours of you running around the world,
Yeah,
and then I realized that's
fault.
all you were planning to do for the next like 8 hours of the game.
It's
And it was
your
like,
fault
no,
for telling me that there's stuff other than Colossi.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, Helper, the Colossus is, you just ran right by him. He was right there. You just kept going though. Why?
Yeah, unfortunately, Helper's goal is to kill everything in the game so he could be like max level when he encounters his first technical first monster in the game.
Yeah, I mean, with Shadow of the Colossus, they had these optional things you could collect, and he wanted to, like, as I mentioned these offhandedly to him.
That was
And the bad thing is,
insane.
he didn't even have all the details for them. He just, like, he was like, oh, like, if I kill the lizards, they do something, but he didn't know, like, that it's only specific lizards that do it. And so he's killing all of them in the entire game. And he's like, no, I don't want to know this. I don't want to know this. Like, but dude, you don't understand. It's not all... Oh. And he's like, no, I'm good. Just leave me alone. Like,
I wasn't there for that, but I could see him doing it.
I think it was like a week or two later, I asked him how the things were going, figuring that by then he surely would have gone to the first boss.
No.
And like, that's about the time that I found out he was doing the lizard thing, and the lizard and the fruit. And then I found out, he's like, oh, well, I took 8 hours and I went around the entire perimeter of the entire world. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I know it's a pretty game, but dude, you're going to explore it as part of the game. There's no reason to do it all at the start.
He's laughing because it's true.
But it's so characteristic of how he plays games, and it's true. It's awesome, but it's just... It's
This is why
extreme.
we have to share RPGs sometimes, because I'm not very good at forcing myself to level, and he's not good at doing any storyline whatsoever. So when I can't take him leveling up for no reason whatsoever, I have to steal the controller and do storyline. And then when he's had enough storyline, which is about 5 minutes worth, he steals the controller back so he can level another 20 levels. And eventually we beat the game 6 months later.
I'm thinking of Lost Odyssey as you guys say this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think that was kind of my fault that we didn't finish Lost Odyssey, because I couldn't take this... That game was too depressing. It was a great game, but it was so depressing.
Oh man, I tried to buy an Xbox 360 this week so that I could play that game, actually.
He was like, I saw a chair in the corner. It reminded me of some woman I met 6 years ago and she died. Let's reminisce on the story about how she died. And then he'll be like, after you read this really sad story and I cried for like 10 minutes about it, I'm like, okay, I'm okay now. You know, I have Diet Coke, I'm good. I stopped crying. He turned around and goes, it was a barrel. It reminded me of Fishmonger that had a barrel, but he died. Let me reminisce about the story about how he died. And I'm like, oh, I just finished crying about someone else dying. And he's in here laughing the whole time. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Creepy boss.
Oh no. Oh, that's one reason we stopped. I kept telling Helper that for some reason I get scared about weird things, even though I'm not that young anymore, it feels like. But this one boss actually scared me. Like, he seriously scared me. And so I kept telling Helper he was scaring me. And he thought I was kidding, to the point where during this boss fight, I actually had to get up and leave the room. He's like, why are you leaving? And I was like, he scares me. And he's like, oh my gosh, are you being serious? And I was like, I don't know why he does. He just does.
Meanwhile, you guys are
It's
like trying to get,
not good.
or you're trying to get him to play like Tecmo Deception and like get a...
Okay, well, the graphics
Point,
on
maybe.
that aren't as bad. It wasn't the guy looked scary or anything like that. It was like a zombie game or anything like that. The guy's personality was creepy. I don't know. It's just he was evil. Oh gosh.
He was evil. He's a bad guy.
And it wasn't like, you know, DOS game scary, you know, like Dune. I mean, it was a different scary.
Nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
It wasn't that scary. It's more like doody 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 doo.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Wake up! Wake up!
But out of all the games that ever scared me, I have to say was probably Dune for DOS that scared me the most. I considered doing a video for that for Halloween, but I kind of had a feeling that no one else would think it was as freaky as I did.
We recorded something.
Yeah, but I didn't actually put it up. It freaked me out too much to edit the video.
I was gonna say, I remember recording that.
I didn't want to edit it. I haven't actually rewatched them since we recorded them. I'm debating if I want to go up any further. I feel like I should explore the whole floor.
Just go up.
I was about to use that exit loop.
How many wind crystals do we have?
One.
Okay.
Ooh, watch me throw it. Whoa, that's not throwing it.
I am watching.
Hold on, I'll get it.
I was speaking of scares, what was it? The only thing that like really scared me growing up that I can recall, like, well, I shouldn't say that, but like the only media that really scared me was I remember my brother and I used to love watching old horror movies, like the old black and white ones, and we rented House on the Haunted Hill, the original one from like 1940 or something. And most of the movie was fine, but at some point, it was something just really innocuous. It was like a guy discovered there was like a hole in the wall that somebody could peek through, and he was looking through the hole in the wall, and then he goes to stand up, and then right behind him is like the housekeeper for the house, but she's like this blind lady or something like that. She just looked really creepy. And so they like just pull back, and there's just somebody right there, right behind him.
Oh.
And it was just like my brother and I both jumped so high, like while we were watching this movie. And we both were, I mean, it wasn't like, I don't think they did like any spooky music or anything, just they pulled back and there was somebody there, and it was unexpected. And it was just like, it was perfect. Like they had all these other like kind of like cheap thrill moments in the movie, and those didn't really scare us, but that thing just freaked us out.
Real quick, back there, that was a Dreamin'. Oh, I don't think we've seen a Dreamin' before.
Oh, sorry, I talked right over that.
No, that's okay. They're actually not that bad. They're kind of weak, but the problem with Dreamins is they have hypnosis, and it actually does work on monsters enough to be annoying, because like a lot of these spells don't seem to work on the oh shoot, punch it. He's confused. Yeah, he can easily kill me while he's confused, so I'm gonna stand here. They actually succumb to that hypnosis a lot more than the, you know, other spells. Oh great. How's he doing? Oh boy, he's only got 3 MP, and he just wasted it on a bread. Oh, crump.
In good news, he was not brainwashed.
Yes. I believe doing this, and is he still confused? Yes. Did that startle you, Hopper?
Scares me. That would be attacks you.
He's not gonna move. I think he's just... Apparently the bloom ran out of MP.
That's interesting. I didn't know enemies could do that.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was about to not go anywhere near him, so I don't think I actually had anything to cure confusion. Nope, okay. Get the heck out of here. This is making me really nervous since I'm only, like... I'm only 7th level!
Dungeon Master?
I'm only level 7, and I'm on floor 9. If I go any higher, it's kind of dangerous.
Well, what's on level 15? Was it the Guru's Oil?
Oil, and then before that, on 11 or... Between 10 and 12, I can't remember which floor exactly, I totally meant to look it up. We can find something else of interest. Oh, I'm stuck. Alright. Let's go right. Yeah, that's stuck. Muffin? Oh. What the heck are you doing?
Maybe his AI changed when he got confused.
Yeah,
What's his position?
I'm like trying to remember now. Where do you see position? Oh, lineup. Change AI. Attack directly. No, he's still like he is.
Okay.
He's just being stupid. Oh great, we're surrounded by U-boats.
Yeah, I was about to say I saw the U-boat, and I was like, well, I saw the one U-boat, I didn't see the one coming from the back there.
Think... we might survive this.
Unless more reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, the problem is his health is so low. Let's give him a Venusaur. Yeah, I actually have to start paying attention to what I'm doing on these higher levels.
Nonsense.
What time? Like, how long has this video been?
We probably should end right about now.
Okay, then we'll see you guys on the next floor in the next video. Bye, everybody.
But
Bye, guys.